Yo, it's your boy Staxxx. Welcome to the studio. What I'm gonna do for you today, I'm gonna take you through this track that I produced. I'm gonna go through each part, let you hear each element. I'm gonna let you watch how I put it all together. Stay tuned. But before we go any further, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's get to it. Alright. I started with some piano strings. It sounds like this. I kind of came up with like a little simple chord to play. Now keep in mind, I do not play the keys. I just kind of make it work. So that's what I started with. And next, I went to a different piano, raised it up an octave or two for a little accent sound. Okay, and just to take you through the progression, I'm going to go back and play it with the first piano sound. Alright. Okay. And next, I went with the guitar sound. Add a slightly different element to the track. I wanted to keep it kind of mellow, but at the same time I wanted to throw a little twist into it. So I went with this guitar sound. You know, something simple like that. And then, just to let you hear how it sounds with the other two pianos already added, here we go. I already got a nice little vibe going on, so I'm going to keep going. Next, I threw this arpeggiator sound in. I took it up another octave. My next sound is a pluck sound. You know, I use that to kind of fill in some of the spaces also, because I didn't want the crowd to beat out, but at the same time I just kind of wanted to have a bunch of different things going on in there. A bunch of subtle things, subtle sounds to kind of build the track together. And this is what I came up with for that. Just a little something here and a little something there. I'm going to go ahead on and go to my last sound, that brass, and then I'll just bring it all the way back and play the entire melody by itself. And then we'll get to the drums. So my next sound was this brass sound, and I dropped it a few octaves. And this is what I came up with for that sound. You hardly would even notice it in the track once it's all put together, but it's just the minor details. Okay, now I'm going to go back and put all the instruments together and let you hear the melody. Alright, so far so good. What y'all think? Okay, next I went with some hi-hats. I started with something simple like this right here. You can see the piano roll over here. But I do tend to layer my hats a lot. I have probably, let's see, I have 3 different hi-hats that I'm using. An open hat and a crash. So I'm going to play you my hi-hat patterns. Then I go to the snare. Then I go to the drums, and then I put it all together. Alright, here we go. Doesn't sound like much right now, but it'll all come together in just a second. Okay, now we'll go to the next instrument. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I kept it real basic. Added a little reverb to it, you know, to give it some dimension. Next we have the kicks and the 808s. I always pair these two together and just kind of make them feed off of each other. A lot of times I just start with my kick drum, and it's a pretty basic sound. It kind of rides the pattern of the melody that I put together, so when I get ready to play it back all together, you'll see where I'm going with that. And also I had the 808s. You may not be able to hear the 808s, depending upon where you're watching this at. The 808 I chose got a nice little deep rumble to it. I kind of pretty much did the same thing with the kick drum. I kept it simple, but I stuck to the same groove of the melody so it'll all fall into place. These 808s they can be tricky sometimes, so I like to go up an octave first to make sure it matches the tone of my melody. Don't want anything standing out, especially the 808s, in a bad way anyway. Just drop those back down. Alright, those are the drums. Next, I'm going to throw everything together and let you hear how it all sounds in context.
The Dynasty.
Producers, rule number 1, always tag your beats. Always. Now that I've given you a quick run through of how I put it all together, it's time to show you this track. Alright, and the title of this track is called No Other. Produced by yours truly, Seymour Staxxx. Oh, and check out my beat store. Link will be in the description below.